Good morning, students. So, how are you? So, let us continue this lesson is first flight. So, next, I was reading that paragraph. He was not falling headlong now. He was soaring gradually downwards and outwards. He was no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. Dizzy means चक्कर आल्यासारखे वाटणे. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upwards. Ga 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 Gola, his mother swooped past him. Past म्हणजे मागे. Her wings making a loud noise. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him screaming. He saw his two brothers and his sister flying around him, curveting and banking and soaring and diving. These are the ways of flying. These are the words curveting, banking, soaring, diving. These are related words with flying. So here we understand that somehow finally this bird, young seagull, he could fly. It was his first flight and he got it successfully. When he flied, when he dived, first time at the beginning he was going down, down, but later on he spread his wings, he flapped his wings, and he came up. He started flying up. That time his mother came and she started encouraging him. His father also came and he started flying over him. Also his two brothers and one sister, they also came and they started flying around him. So this was the whole family in space. This was the total family in space, and it was a celebration of first flight of that bird, of that young bird, of that small bird. So this is how that bird understood, and this is how that bird got confidence. Remember that confidence should be born in yourself. What is the line? Confidence should be born in yourself. That confidence we cannot carry, we cannot borrow. Confidence we cannot buy from the market, etc. It is you that should bear confidence. It is you that in yourself that this thing, confidence, should be born. And here, this young bird, young seagull, he could, that confidence could be born in him. Then what happened? Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly and commanded himself to dive and soar and curve, shrieking shrilly. And that is then he understood that he got that confidence and it was too much confidence that he thought that it is not his first flight, or he thought that he was never afraid of flying. This is nothing. To dive or to fly, it is nothing. It is so simple thing. When he understood this, when he tried to fly, etc., and then he enjoyed his first flight, and then he continued flying. He was near the sea now, flying straight over it, facing straight over the ocean. He saw a vast green sea beneath him, with little ridges moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and called amazedly. So he found that the sea, that bed of sea, or you can say that surface of sea, it was below him, and he started flying face to face with the sea, and he was enjoying. He was also crying. He was also what we say that he was calling with uh, enjoyment, with delight. Then his parents and his brothers and sister had landed on this green flooring ahead of him. They were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. His legs sank into it He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. But he was tired and weak with hunger, and he could not rise. Exhausted by the strange exercise, his feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly touched it, and he sank no further. He was he was then uh, and then his belly touched it, and he sank no further. He was floating on it, and around him his family was screaming, praising him. Their beaks were offering him scraps of dogfish. He had made his first flight. This is the last sentence. So, student, what here? That finally his brothers were there, his sister was there, mother was there, father was there. They were all around him. They were flying, and when his brothers and father, they had already uh, sat on the surface of sea. Means how they sit, they dip their legs into the water, and their body is floating, or their body is floating over the sea, on the surface of the sea. So his brother was sitting in the sea, that father was sitting in the sea. Also he was also tired, and finally he also going down, and his legs went into the water of sea. And then when he got that coldness of water, again he shouted with fright. Fright means bhiti. And then finally the water touched his body, and he settled on the water. And then as a, what he says, that as a reward, he was given dogfish to eat, and somehow finally he made his first flight successful. And so this was the end of the story. So student, we have seen this story passage by passage, and I hope that you have understood. What you have to remember in this story? Two, three things you have to remember. What two, three things? That there was a small bird, and that he could not fly, and that is why he could not get his food. Reason, he had no confidence, and also flying was very difficult for that bird. Flying was difficult for that bird, because when he will fly, when he will try to fly, when he will learn to fly, he can either fall down or he can fly up. He can float in the sky, and when he will float in the sky, he can survive. He can save himself. But when he will fall down, he will die, because there is a water, and in the water he will die. So bird is doubtful about his capacity. He has many doubts about his capacity, and though his parents are encouraging him, his brothers and sister, they are encouraging him, but the confidence was not born in him. That is why he could do nothing, or the confidence given by his parents and his brothers, that was also could do nothing. And then finally his mother does something. She has some magic plan. She has some trick. The mother has a trick, and she plays trick, and because of that trick, that bird falls down. And as he has no further options, he starts flapping his wings, and finally he goes up and up. And this is where that bird learns that confidence. That bird gets that confidence, and he goes up and up, and he finally gets that confidence here. So students, here we have understood that how this bird had his first flight, etc. You must also go once again through the textbook, and you must also learn what is there in this textbook, because you must also go line by line, and you must check what is the grammar here, what is the difficult words are here, how the story moves, how the detailed description given here, etc. So this is the magic of the writer that he has given here, and the moral lesson we get here is that very good lesson, that you also are in that age, that you are also many first things are happening in your life. As first thing in this life of body is here, what that it is his first flight. So there are many first things in your life. So there are many first things. Yeah. in your life as you go ahead and you face many first things, and so definitely you will hesitate. Definitely you will hesitate while taking action. Your confidence will not help you, or you will doubt on your capacity. But student, this is the time when you develop your confidence, when you build your confidence, then definitely this confidence will be useful in your future life. So student, we should learn that we should bear our own confidence. Confidence should be born in ourselves only, and once we have confidence, then we have a half victory, because it is said that your confidence is your half victory, and when you get your confidence, it is your half victory. And so student, this is the discussion of the story. And then next after this, I will take some grammatical sentences and I will explain on the board. So let us see what are the grammar here. We will see in this passage grammar. So students, here we have found in this lesson the most use of grammar part or topic is present participle. What is present participle? Present participle is verb plus ing. Verb plus ing is a present participle, and when this verb plus ing is used, number one, this verb plus ing is used as a noun. Number two, it is used as an adjective, and number three, it is also used in continuous tense. Continuous tense means present continuous tense, past continuous tense, etc. So now in this lesson, there are many examples of present participle in this lesson, this first slide. And so here, what is present participle? Present participle means verb plus ing, means verb in ing form is called present participle. What is the use of this verb plus ing form? It is used as a noun, also it is used as an adjective, also it is used as in the continuous tense, whatever continuous tenses are there. So let us find out some examples from your syllabus. For example, they were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. Number one, they were beckoning. They were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. So here, student, there are verb in ing form. There are two. Number one and number two. So this beckon is the verb and ing is added. Beckon means the pronoun. So this is in continuous form. Here, continuous tense. This tense is past continuous tense. Where beckoning. So beckoning to him, calling. Again, it is also present participle, and it also shows continuous action. In the same way, this action and this action. Now, so this also this is present participle. Now next, he was soaring gradually. He was soaring gradually. Now here SOAR, soar means bhari marne, akashat bhari marne. It is also SOAR, soar means bhari marne. It has also ing form added. So it is also present participle. So students, we have found present participle in the form of continuous tense. So if you see carefully in this lesson, you will find present participle as used as an adjective and present participle used as a noun. So if you want some examples, then see now, for example, reading. This example is not from this lesson. Reading is a good habit. Now this is also verb ing form, and this here we are using as a noun. This reading we are using as a noun. And next example, I saw the picture of running horse. Here running it is also verb ing form, but the job of this word is adjective. Here adjective. So this verb here present participle word is working as adjective for this word horse. So students, we have seen here uh, these examples means we have seen present participle. Present participle means verb plus ing. It can work as a noun. So here we have found it is working as a noun. Also it can work as an adjective. Here we have found it is working as an adjective. Also this form can work as a continuous tense, present continuous tense or past continuous tense. So here we have found how it works in the continuous tense. So this we have seen here. Now let me tell you another mostly used part of grammar is adverb. Here adverb of manner. Adverb of manner is used in this lesson in his first slide, and such words you will find mostly used in this lesson. What is the adverb of manner? Adverb means what? The adverb that shows time. The word that adverb means what? The word that shows time of action. Number one, that shows time of action. That shows place of action. And number three, that shows manner of action. Now, student, this is the adverb. Adverb means the adverb that can show the time of action in the sentence, or a word that shows place of action means where the action happen. That can show that can be shown by that word, or that the word that shows how the action happen. That is manner of action. So we are interested here today manner of action. So the adverb of manner is what? The adverb that shows how the action happened. When you understand how action happens, or when the word tells you how action happen, then that word is called adverb of manner. For example, calling Shreli. So there is a sentence, calling Shreli. Shreli means karkashpane. So this word is telling how calling happens. Calling Shreli. Action calling करण्याची कशी झाली तर श्रीली म्हणजे कर्कशपणे. Then next called amused. This word amused, it tells again action, how the action happened. म्हणजे कॉल म्हणजे त्यांची ती काव काव वगैरे ती पक्षी ओरडण्याची ऍक्शन कशी झाली तर ते अम्युज. नेक्स्ट, he completely forgot. Sorry, this example will not here. He kept calling plaintively. He kept calling plaintively. Plaintive means रागाने. सो रागाने म्हणजे दुःखाने वगैरे है. सो ही केप्ट कॉलिंग म्हणजे कॉल करायचं तर झालं पण कसं कशा पद्धतीने प्लेंटिव्हली. मग काय करतो आपल्याला याच्यातून ही श्रेली अम्युजली प्लेंटिव्हली ही ऍक्शन कशी झाली हे सांगण्याचं काम करतात. ऍक्शन कशा प्रकारे घडली सांगण्याचं काम करतात. मग एखादा शब्द जो असतो जो की ऍक्शन कशी घडली हे सांगतो त्या शब्दाला ऍडव्हर्ब ऑफ मॅनर म्हणतात. मग तुम्ही जर चेक केलं ह्या स्टोरीमध्ये ही फर्स्ट फ्लाइट मध्ये तुम्ही जर चेक केलं तर तुम्हाला जास्त यूज काय दिसेल, उठून काय दिसेल, उलटून काय दिसेल तर प्रेझेंट पार्टिसिपल आणि ऍडव्हर्ब ऑफ मॅनर. सो when you will read the story, concentrate on these two things also, and definitely we will take some activities based on this lesson. So students, till that time, have a nice day. Bye bye.